Hello, Free Rotation Nation. This is Moreland. We're coming to you from Superheroes.
Cards, comics, and gaming.
And we're here for the Dominaria pre-release. I've got most of my usual suspects with me today. I've got Becky.
What's up, guys?
And I've got Angie.
Hello.
Unfortunately, we are missing Scoob. He had to work.
He had a ballet.
Yeah,
He
very
was the star.
for a large man. He's quite the twinkle toes.
Yes.
So we decided we were going to pick up Aiden.
You guys remember Aiden?
Hello.
He's kind of like Scoob, except 400 pounds lighter and probably a little smarter.
Both of those things are true, actually.
Weirdly enough, she is correct.
Yes.
So-
that was pretty good.
Yeah,
The beard's similar though.
that is true.
Similar beard.
Yeah,
It is gingerish. So
that's true. We are both half gingers, so that makes
Exactly.
sense.
So, this episode, we're going to be talking about a little bit about the pre-release, a little bit about everybody else and their draft picks and everything, mainly about lore of Dominaria and Magic in general. Anybody want to start out with some of their favorite cards from this set? All right.
Jaya.
You like Jaya?
Yeah, she's very good.
Jaya Ballard, Old Lady
Mhm.
Jaya, yeah.
Oh, and the buy the box promo. You can only get the card when you buy the box. It
Oh.
makes all your spells lightning helix.
The Minotaur guy?
Oh.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
a
Oh, yeah,
he's great.
that card is gross.
Yeah, I really I'm not really excited about any of the legendaries other than just the angels coming out because I've been wanting to build an angel deck. So
What the Anthem guy?
yeah, the Anthem guy, and
Oh.
then there's a couple of other ones that came out along with and the Leviathan. That's what it was. I wanted
The
to build the
Leviathan.
Leviathan guy.
Oh, okay. Got the uncommon guy.
Sorry, we have people walking by saying hi as we go.
Strangers.
Stranger danger.
Danger everywhere.
But yeah, the Leviathan guy, because I've always loved Quest for Ula's Temple. So that was always my jam. And there wasn't really ever a legendary Leviathan that I liked. So
There you
I'm
go.
down for it.
There you go.
You know, I wanted to, before we really get into it,
Mhm.
we've had a lot of people message us about, because we have mentioned heroes before.
Right.
And if you look up heroes, you'll know where it is. And today we had a couple of hate groups here rallying. But when you look here at the pre-release, there's all sorts of people here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All races, all ages, and everyone is getting along great, which proves be a nerd, be happy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Nerdity makes life better.
This
Public
is-
nerdity,
Magic
especially.
brings people together.
Right.
Except
Okay.
the table flip guy.
Can confirm.
You've got guys, you've got girls, you've got
Mhm.
different
Where?
all kinds of different races.
There was a baby in the floor earlier.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
being a nerd
Probably
is
not
the best
playing
thing
Magic
ever.
there.
She had.
You don't.
Did you
know.
say
You don't-
there?
Heather.
You don't.
Whatever. Guys, whatever.
Okay.
What? Sure.
All right. So, do we want to continue with?
Aiden, your favorite card?
Sure. Out of the new set,
Uh-huh.
I have to say the
No, from Alpha.
from Alpha.
Yeah.
Probably
No.
Tropical
Not
Island.
actually-
Tropical
not
Island.
Not actually from Alpha.
Oh, not from Alpha.
No.
Dang it! I thought we were getting spicy.
No,
All right.
no, from the new set.
Okay, from the new set. Probably the new demon guy, the guy that
Yardrose?
No,
Bells
no.
and Lock.
Bells and Lock.
Yeah, the new Elder Demon guy.
Oh, yeah.
The last demon that holds the contract for Liliana's
Right,
soul.
Yeah.
Liliana's last
Mhm.
demon guy.
That guy.
Demon Lord Bells and Lock.
Right.
What does he do?
So when he enters, you exile top cards of your library until you hit. Sorry,
Yeah, Angie's looking
Angie.
at
Can
Go
you
ahead
read
and
it?
read the
Can you
card.
read it?
He actually was word on. When Demon Lord Bells and Lock enters the battlefield, exile.
See, XR.
Oh, I woke up. Are we in a podcast?
Yes.
No,
we are.
no, we're actually not. We're in a time-space continuum.
Wow. Are we
Dominaria.
leveling up?
No,
we're in
It, like,
we're in a
Dominaria's.
time spiral.
No, we're in a rift.
Are we on
Are we-
fire?
Do we have to do the time warp again?
Are we
Probably.
tripping? Are we tripping?
Are we
in the
tripping? Best show ever.
Right.
Exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. Then put that card into your hand. If the cards convert a mana cost as 4 or greater, repeat this process. Demon Lord Bells and Lock deals 1 damage to you for each card put into your hand this way.
It's a suicide deck.
Give
but
it-
it could be real good.
Give him lifelink.
You have to give him lifelink
Yes.
first, and then
Yeah.
it negates himself. You just draw your entire deck.
Which, to me, means that we're going to be looking at a Gristlebrand similar situation again
Oh,
pretty
this is-
soon.
Oh yeah.
In some ways,
definitely.
this is better than Gristlebrand.
Yeah, because apparently you could free card yourself.
Yeah.
As long as you have lifelink.
Then you just use the Shattering Dream, discard them like you would do with Gristlebrand.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's just a more fair Gristlebrand.
Right, because
Yes.
Gristlebrand itself was pretty
Busted.
broken at the time.
Yeah.
Busted.
That was Rachel. You
That was
guys will
Rachel.
remember her.
Hey,
from-
this is Rachel.
Yeah.
Say hi, Rachel.
Hey.
Come say hi.
And Rachel left.
She looks at us like we're weird, and we are.
I mean,
Well, we are.
yeah, that's right. She's right.
You know, another good card, Aiden, we were talking about was the Thrin Temporal Gateway.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes.
4, tap. You may put a historic permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield.
Oh, snap. That's pretty good.
And something is considered historic if it is a artifact, legendary, or a saga card.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the one that let you activate Planeswalker's abilities on other people's turns?
Oath of Teferi.
We didn't get that.
I know, I just thought about that.
I didn't get that either.
You know, I'm really disappointed.
It's
Me
probably
too.
because it's broken as hell.
We'll have to buy another box.
We'll probably pull like 3.
Yeah.
Luckily, I mean, I guess because Dominaria is the OG Magic plane, effectively, they've been able to release it early for pre-release. So a lot of people bought early boxes on, and I think it was Aiden, me, and Angie. We got a box, and I mean, we had some really good
Scoop.
pulls. Scoop has a box whenever he gets off work, or
I saw a lot of people coming in to pick them up.
yeah.
Rachel just threw a pin at me, by the way.
Just throw a what?
She just threw a pin at me. Hit me in the.
Did you die?
It hit me in the foot.
Whoa.
I may die of bleeding
Oh God.
You
We're
know
gonna
how
have
many?
to sue immediately after.
immediately.
Immediately.
Can we sue for all the pre-release packs?
Yes. That's
Okay.
A good idea.
Let's swing get more
It's a good idea.
packs.
Sounds good.
I mean, this is the problem with Magic. I'm going to get on my soapbox for 1 second. Is the fact that it's so much fun to pull packs, but it costs money to pull packs.
Yeah.
Right. It's so much fun just cracking packs. I
And
love
it's-
to crack packs.
And especially this set, we are.
to crack packs. That was somewhere.
No, crack. No.
No, that was Angie.
That was
Crack
Angie.
packs, not backs.
Oh.
Angie.
Oh, okay.
This
Makes
is
more
not.
makes more
This is
sense.
not the
We are-
wrestling
you know-
episode.
you
We are not at the chiropractor. This is not that episode.
Good call. Good call.
But basically, the fact that we're back in Dominaria is very exciting.
Oh,
and
it's super
especially
exciting.
for those of us who play Commander and everything is mostly legendary.
Mhm.
You know,
So-
we have a magic boner.
And today, you really learned a lot about the Dominaria history.
I
You were
did.
reading through it with me.
Apparently, Dominaria has a lot of history to it.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
not realize that.
Mhm. Most Magic sets were set in Dominaria up until Mirrodin.
Yep.
And then that's when the rifts happened in Dominaria.
Which is how the Eldrazi came through.
right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, going back to favorite cards, one of my favorite cards from the new set
Oh,
is,
so Becky, what did you think about it? No, I'm just kidding.
is Joda.
Oh my
Josu?
gosh.
Yeah. Huh?
Is it Josu or Joda?
It's Joda.
Joda.
Oh.
So Joda is a human wizard, a 1,
Oh, that guy.
and then
3 other colors.
it's
I don't
red.
remember.
It's red, white, blue,
red, white, blue.
and
So
he,
it's America.
and he's a 4/3, and then his ability is
You
any
can pay-
any spell you play Wooburg instead.
You,
Right.
you can play one of each. Pay
One
one
of
of each
the
color.
five mana.
He's a fist of suns on a creature.
Yeah.
Yes.
The only thing
Yeah.
I noted about that guy is he looks like Doctor Strange on the art.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at his
Oh,
art, he looks like Doctor
Yeah,
Strange.
he does look like Doctor Strange.
Okay.
Well, I mean, one of the blue legendaries looks like Shinsuke Nakamura, which is he's a wrestler. So
Is that what you and Scoob were arguing about at one point? Was that
we weren't
Shinsuke?
arguing about him, but we were talking about him.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
I think all of your talking just consists of arguing.
Usually,
Yeah.
usually with me and Scoob, usually with Becky and Scoob, but I think it's just anybody in Scoob. It usually consists of Scoob arguing with them.
Nah, I don't argue with him much. He gets really confused though. He just tries to avoid me sometimes though.
I don't really
I wonder
argue
why.
with Scoob. And Becky just bullies him. There's not a lot
That's
of
true.
arguing
There's
there.
not really.
Yeah.
It's more of like one-sided bullying.
Yeah, you're a
This
pretty
is
terrible
true.
person.
And this
I
is
know.
true.
Whatever.
She is pretty bad.
I know. It's
Yeah.
okay.
But we're your friends, so it's okay.
Well, going back into the lore a little bit, that's a lot of these new cards that we're seeing. The commanders, I said commander, but the legendaries that are coming out of it. A lot of it are cards that have been very popular in the past.
For instance, Jaya.
Jaya, a little older.
Isn't there a Joyra?
Yes,
is a
there is a
Joyra.
Joyra.
Little
Mhm.
older. Jaya's a lot older.
Yes.
I mean, it was like I think they say base.
Well, and that's because, remember, they lost their spark
right.
due to...
Well,
you can tell the story if you like.
Yeah, well, apparently at one point, who was it?
Jessica.
It was Jessica. Ended up sacrificing
Rada.
who is still in the set apparently.
Strange.
But based on that sacrifice, she's to mend Dominaria.
Mhm.
They sacrificed the sparks of the Planeswalker.
Well, they had to close the rifts.
Right.
Things like Eldrazi are coming through. Even Nicol Bolas joined in to help close these rifts.
And that's why the Eldrazi ended up in Innistrad anyways, was because of those rifts. It
I mean,
wasn't
think
like
about
Zendikar was
Cyclonic
right there.
Rift. That's one of the rifts that happen and just opens up.
Right.
It's wild magic.
Right, but based on that, they had to close the rifts in order to stop what was happening with Dominaria and mend it. But
Mhm.
unfortunately, due to that, that's why we see Planeswalkers not being immortal anymore. And I think that's a good explanation as to why planeswalkers have been kind of watered down since then.
Mhm.
I mean, you have the issue of Jace the Mind Sculptor, and you're like, how do you beat that? Maybe we don't beat that. Maybe we just go back to being fair.
I don't know. Lightning bolt works.
That's true. That's very true.
Lightning bolt works unless they're holding 2 blue open and counterspell it.
Yeah, but apparently the rifts were initially created by Teferi
Mhm.
when he took Zephyr and I want to say Shiv.
Yes, it
off
was Shiv.
off Dominaria because of what was happening with the wars on
Mhm.
Dominaria. So this is where these rifts and why we can now planeswalk to different planes now in different parts of Magic.
Well, let's go back to the beginning because there is a reprint of an Elder Dragon, Darigaz. So back when we first joined Dominaria's history, when it's the Elder Dragons,
Mm-hmm.
they're the ones who were trying to take over Dominaria and control the realm. So you had some Shivans rise up against the dragons. And if you think all the way back to the Alpha Beta Legends, you'll recall these dragons.
Mm-hmm.
So once the dragons were beat, you had a couple of little, like, goblins
Yeah.
and Zephyr,
Elves.
Urza and Mishra
Yep.
had the big weak stone, power stone clash, which destroyed Dominaria. It just absolutely destroyed it.
Mm-hmm.
What were some of the original Elder Dragons? It was Crosis,
Darigaz,
Darigaz. Well, Darigaz was one of the original, but I think they talked about Crosis.
the one that starts with a T, the Bant one, Tevra.
Tevra?
And Nicol Bolas.
Oh my god.
And then there's
Newmont.
Newmont the Devastator.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was another one. The first ones were Nicol Bolas, Chromium, and Nebuchadnezzar. No, not Nebuchadnezzar, the other one.
Yeah, I think it was Nebuchadnezzar.
Mhm.
And then there's also Chromium, Rixmatty,
Mhm.
and Platiamores.
Platiamores, yeah.
Yeah.
And Nicol Bolas. Those were the original ones. And then
Yeah.
they had the other ones from Dominaria. Rith the Awakener
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
is one. And we saw those dragons come up in, like, I think in the Invasion Apocalypse
Yes.
blocks
Mhm.
Yeah.
when they came back.
Now, where did Urza come in? I'm sorry. Not Urza.
Yawgmoth?
No, the dragon. The
Nicol Bolas.
No, the other dragon.
Ugin?
All of the
Ugin.
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 Ugin, it never really mentions Ugin.
Okay.
I think Ugin was on a different plane altogether, if I'm not mistaken. Ugin was on what set did Ugin come out in? It wasn't
was
it
from-
Zendikar?
Yeah, he was from the Waste, the colorless.
Right. So
Yeah.
I think it was
Mhm.
Zendikar at that time. But Ugin I don't think ever was
Yeah.
on the plane of Dominaria, but I think the origins of the dragons were on Dominaria. But
Because-
just due to the fact that the rifts created
Mm-hmm.
these diversive
And
planes.
Urza got his Planeswalker Spark when he used an artifact that ended the war, but it wiped out most of Dominaria.
Mm-hmm.
Made it kind of a wasteland. And so he started traveling. Also, what happened was the other Planeswalkers were trapped in the Null Moon.
Right.
So he's the only one who's able to travel, him and Yawgmoth. And Yawgmoth leads the Phyrexians.
Right. If you know anything about Mirrodin and New Phyrexia, that is the creator of the Phyrexian in the first place. And the Phyrexians did invade Dominaria. That was one of the big wars that happened in Dominaria.
And if you think of the Borg, the Phyrexians are like the Borg. They're mindless. They're controlled by Hive Mind, which is Yawgmoth's will.
Yep.
Which leads
Yep.
to the card Yawgmoth's will. But one Phyrexian became self-aware. Her name was Xantia. And Urza had rescued her and taken her in. And what happened, a lot of you are familiar with Sarah and Sarah's Sanctum, Sarah's Realm.
Right.
Well, he took Xantia and her black mana, corrupted Sarah's Realm, the white mana, and killed it.
Mm-hmm.
So Urza took the refugees from Sarah's Sanctum with him, and they went to try and free the other Planeswalkers.
And I think that's where the original idea of these new planeswalkers came from, right? So you see
Right.
Freyalise, you see, I want to say you see Teferi's a planeswalker as well, but not during the initial part of Dominaria.
And
He lost his
Planeswalkers
spark.
used to be very rare to get a Planeswalker Spark, and they were immortal.
Right.
Mhm.
Yes.
Actually, funny story if you didn't know this, in Benalia, one of the first planeswalkers was Liliana.
But she's
Oh,
very
in
rarely
Benalia.
mentioned as like not even a footnote in the original lore.
Right,
Right.
because initially it was her home, the Vest Manor, where she created her brother, Josu Vest, turning him into a lich.
Right.
Or a zombie, I guess, more so than anything. But he became a Lich Knight down the road. And her spark was ignited on Dominaria. She is from Dominaria. But you don't hear about her because there's what's called the Curse of Vess, and it's explored now more in the present timeline for Return of Dominaria. And it talks about how her family basically died trying to save her brother and trying to get her back because she disappeared. She planeswalked away and didn't know how to get out.
And it's interesting she's from Benalia because the Benalish commanders is that they're knights.
Right.
They're the defenders of Dominaria.
They're white, effectively.
Yeah.
They're the white mana.
They are the white knights, literally.
But
like, they're the
because
white knights.
she tried to heal her brother, she was a healer initially, which she tried to use her powers more necromantic to heal her brother. She created the she created a zombie out of him, and she walked away, and that's how she became a block sorcerer, a necromantic sorcerer.
And some of the original planeswalkers we're talking about who were cards, but not planeswalker cards. There's another one was Tevesh Zot, Limdol, Leshrac. Some of these older demons, because there's good planeswalkers and there's bad ones.
Oh, yes, there is.
Nicol Bolas being one of the ultimate baddies.
The ultimate baddie.
Yeah. Would you say Nicol Bolas is the ultimate baddie or Yawgmoth or the
Yawgmoth,
Phyrexians?
for sure, Yawgmoth.
Yeah, Yawgmoth first.
Yeah.
Nicol Bolas is second.
Remember what we were reading? Yawgmoth, when they invaded at Teleria first to destroy Baron and get rid of all the wizards. Teferi was there. Vincere was still a student there.
Yep.
And then they went to Keld where Joira and Jaya are and to fight them. That was pretty much the last stand on Dominaria. And all they did was stop them at the time. And Yawgmoth came through as a death cloud, which is what the card is. And he killed more people in 6 minutes. He killed billions of people in 6 minutes, more than the whole war that had spanned like 25 years at that point. Had killed in 25 years.
That's gross.
I do believe it was actually 36 years. If you're talking about the Brothers' War,
Yeah.
it was 36 years.
And that's when Yawgmoth, Nicol Bolas looked at this and was like, maybe I should help close these rifts.
right.
Right?
But Urza's the one who caused the rifts, and he's the one who caused Yawgmoth to be able to come through. And there's a scene in the artifact cycle, which the first artifact cycle is a Brothers' War, and the second is Urza and Yawgmoth. And he goes through to rescue Xantcha because Yawgmoth has taken her back. She's still self-aware. And he steps onto the plane, Yawgmoth's plane, and you see absolute vastness of this evil plane. He was surprised, and he thought, we can't fight each other anymore. So he took it as his mission to go and save the planeswalkers, get them out of the null moon, rescue them. And one of the first ones he rescued was Elspeth. Elspeth and the kitty cat.
Ajani.
Ajani.
The kitty cat.
Kitty cat. And he went to Freyalise and Multani. The elven one. And Freyalise actually dies to save.
I was reading Dominaria, and it's like planeswalkers are kind of assholes to everybody.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to sacrifice everybody else's spark to keep their spark, but for the greater good, which is still kind of shitty.
Yep.
Right?
Well, Freyalise sacrificed herself. Vincere sacrificed himself. Some of them are good.
Right.
Spoilers.
Tag them.
I know.
Right.
One of the things that the Rift created was Akroma and Phage. There's a whole storyline with them. So this is where we're nearing the end of the Dominarian magic. And Akroma and Phage are fighting, and Kamal kills them both as they're fighting, as they were touching. And there was apparently a human woman.
A Graka, if I'm not mistaken.
Zorka.
A Zork, yeah.
Gazorka or something.
Kazorka or something to that effect. But she was...
Gazork.
Yeah. She's never been a magic
It's
card.
never
really
been a magic
strange.
card, but it's just a mention, a brief mention in the wiki that there was a human woman who was also allied, and that she accidentally was killed during the fight between
So when
Akroma
Kamal
and Phage.
made a massive heave to kill Akroma and Phage because they were fighting, tearing the world apart, he accidentally creates Corona. And what Corona does is she's just mana. She is a being of mana. She controls it, absolute control. So then they have to fight her.
And she destroys Dominaria. It's like Dominaria didn't get a break. Let's be honest.
But once they destroy Corona, Dominaria's magic is unstable. It's difficult to use. It's hard to close the rifts, and planeswalkers are suddenly unstable because they're basically mana. They're mana personified.
Right.
Yep.
So if Corona were a card today, she would be like a Nicol Bolas planeswalker card. She was one of the big...
Well, it's just the fact that these rifts were so important or so divisive to Dominaria is what's crazy about it, because even Nicol Bolas, who's a big baddie, ended up having to close one of the rifts.
Well, there's always somebody bigger and better.
Right. The Eldrazi.
Yawgmoth.
Yawgmoth.
But yes, the Eldrazi and
Eldrazi are just...
just the planes started crashing into each other. Didn't Mirrodin and another plane collide? Or was it the Eldrazi plane that came close and was colliding? No, it was Zendikar.
It was in the
Yeah,
car.
It was
Zendikar,
Zendikar.
yeah.
They started colliding. That's how you got the different colors. And then going back to Freyalise, when the mana became super unstable. Sorry, guy just fell out of his chair. she sacrificed herself so her Planeswalker Spark would go into the ground and fix it.
Yeah.
That's why the elves have always been stable.
Yes.
It was also the same for Teferi. Teferi also sacrificed his Planeswalker Spark to fix Dominaria because technically he was
he saved Karn.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
he-
not
he-
Teferi. It was Vincer who saved
Oh,
Karn.
Vincer, yeah.
Vincer saved Karn.
But Teferi also created part of the rifts because he plane shifted.
He took the land away.
Yeah, he took the land
He
away.
took Keld. No, not Keld.
It was
Shiv
Shiv.
and Zephyr.
Shiv and Zephyr. Yeah.
But the problem was if you look at the history prior to even the Brothers' War, where you look at Ice Age, the Dark, Apocalypse, Invasion, all of these magic sets that take place in Dominaria, my Dominaria had a pretty shitty
Dominaria
background.
was almost
did.
done for, but years ago, after Urza had walked into the plane and saw there was no stopping Yawgmoth, he started what he called the Bloodline Project, which is the legacy weapon. And for the longest time, everybody thought it was a Weatherlight, which ran with the Power Stone, which
Right.
is an ancient artifact that only Urza and Mishra could control the ancient artifacts.
Mm-hmm.
That's essentially what their fight was about. Who would control the artifacts? So they're thinking it's the ship, and it turns out it's Gerard Capation, who is the legacy weapon. It's in his bloodline.
Yes.
So Gerard has to sacrifice himself as well. He's not a planeswalker. He's
Right.
just a human man. And of course, Sisay went after him, which only left... Hannah went after him, which just left Sisay. But I did notice Hannah and Gerard's kid is now taking care of the Weatherlight, which is pretty cool.
My
Yes.
understanding is Jara, if you read Return to Dominaria, initially what happens is Jara goes to look for the Weatherlight because there's rumors that the Power Stone still exists. So they go and look. They go across the water, and I believe they find it in Shiv, if I'm not mistaken. They find the ruins of what is the Weatherlight, and they find that the Power Stone is still working.
Well,
Yep.
if you look in the set, there's called Power Shards.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's Power Stone Shards.
Yep, and they get stronger the more power
The more
shards you
Power
have.
Shards you have.
They add more mana.
And that's pretty cool.
Yes, it is.
But it's interesting to read the stories that are coming out right now for Magic. And I mean, initially they used to print the books, and that's what Angie's talking about with the artifact cycle. They had the books for the original Magic stories.
Right, and the Gerard cycle, the Weatherlight were just a series of books.
Right.
Mhm.
So now Magic is actually printing them online, so you can read these chapters and these stories. But part of the story for Jaira and the Weatherlight is that Liliana and Gideon are also on Dominaria seeking out Belzenlock to finish out Liliana's contract, because the only person they believe at the time that can defeat Nicol Bolas and what's happening on Amonkhet what happens with Amonkhet is Liliana, because she's so powerful. But the only way to bring her full power out is to destroy the contracts that she has signed as a necromancer.
Yep.
And Belzenlock, what we know is that he holds the last contract, which is not actually true.
But spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, it's
Nicol
Nicol Bolas. So find out at the very end, even after she kills Belzenlock, he says your contract is now in default. You are now mine.
Which I was reading online, and there was a post on Reddit that said, if you look, every single Liliana card has Niv Mizzet's horns somewhere on the card.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's an
Niv Mizzet
Easter-
or
I'm
Nicol
sorry,
Bolas.
Nicol Bolas.
I was gonna say, 'cause
You know my favorite dragon.
Well, if you look, now that you pointed out, if you look at her headpiece,
Yeah,
it kind of
it's-
looks like Nicol Bolas'
it's
A little bit,
horns.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
So I mean, there's always been stamped. That's why I thought we all knew Nicol Bolas. No, I said it right.
yeah,
you
you
said
said
it
Nicol
right.
Bolas. You didn't say
You
Niv
did.
Mizzet.
Said it right that
These
time.
dragons are,
Niv Mizzet's Ravnica. Hold the phone.
Mhm.
But I think that Liliana, though, they come to Dominaria because they're looking for these famous planeswalkers like Teferi, like Jaira. Jaira wasn't a planeswalker, though, was she?
No, I think
no.
she may have
No.
gotten the spark now, but she didn't used to
It's
be.
probably
Yeah,
Jaya.
Yeah.
But just due to what happened on Amonkhet, the entire plane's destroyed.
Mhm.
And at this point, there's a lot more issues like Nicol Bolas, the Eldrazi, all of that are issues that need to be addressed. And that's why we get the bonds broken. One of the cards is called the Oath Broken, I think, Oath or Bonds Broken. And it's actually a picture of Nissa leaving, because in the story, she says when they get to Dominaria after the devastation of Amonkhet, she basically says, I just watched a whole plane destroyed. I'm not going to let my plane get destroyed. I'm leaving. So that's why we get the Oath of Teferi, which is now a magic card, because Teferi joins in this Gatewatch in order to stop
Which
Nicobolus.
is actually
Yep.
probably my favorite card from the set, just as a control player that uses Planeswalkers.
Right.
Super Friends, I love that.
Yeah.
So broken. But there are better ways to deal with Planeswalker now, too. You can
Mm-hmm.
burn them directly.
Well,
Yep.
that new Urza card exiles all permanent. Well, no, actually, that's a not legendary.
Exactly.
Merciless Eviction gets rid of them.
Yep.
Whore mouth shuts right now. You better
What, you
quicken
mean-
it or I'm countering it.
You mean the white-black card that if I run white-black is in every single deck that I run?
Fair. He's
So
got a
Moreland
point.
can't play with this anymore. If he pulls out white black, it's over.
But the history of Dominaria is very interesting, just because it created what we expect from planes now. So Dominaria is where these planeswalkers are, but we see the creation of other planeswalkers in like Koth and all of that in these different planes, and I think it's because of the rifts that were created in Dominaria. These planeswalker sparks are able to ignite because of it.
Yep.
Also, I don't believe we're gonna see much with the slivers. You remember, they were created through incubation.
Mhm.
The last set of slivers.
Right.
Yeah, I don't
And,
think we're gonna see.
Yeah,
any more
I don't think
slivers.
we're gonna see
If
many more.
if we see any more
No.
slivers, it's gonna be basically we're going to their specific homeland.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which
Now,
is Homelands?
No stronghold.
Oh, stronghold?
Yeah, stronghold.
now we did get a call back to Kavus though.
Yes, yes, we did.
And we may see some more Viashinos
Mm-hmm.
since Shiv is back.
Yep.
That's true.
Of course, Shiv had the Shivan dragons.
Yeah.
They were the red dragons.
That's why I'm happy
Yes.
about Dargoz going straight into the Ur Dragon, baby.
Have you read Dargaz?
Yes.
Yeah.
Darga's the reborn.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Eternal or
Rebirth?
reincarnated.
Yeah.
Reincarnated.
Reincarnated.
Yeah.
Yeah, he dies. He basically gets 3 suspend
counters.
Yeah,
count-
he just suspends.
he
They're able
suspends
egg
3,
counters.
comes back.
Yeah.
He's very
gross.
I mean,
I'm
he
gonna
literally
bring
reincarnates.
boiled eggs and like eat them, and then he dies.
Well, we were also talking about
That's
these.
gonna be a lot of eggs if he dies. I'm gonna specifically. You better bring at least a dozen.
And I'll bring some gas eggs too.
Well, I did want to say it's also nice to see how we're doing the throwback to the history of Dominaria with these new enchantments,
Mhm.
the sagas.
The sagas.
Oh, the
yeah.
sagas.
The
Yes.
sagas
Yeah.
actually play out if you look at them. I didn't realize that when they were first spoiled, and I thought, God, these are really stupid. But now that I look at them, I realize what it is, like the Antiquities War, the Eruption, like each of the part of the saga
Right.
is what occurred during Dominaria.
And we've had
Chainer's
enchantments
Chainer's
before.
Torment.
right.
And we've had enchantments with lore counters before that did this exact same thing. For each lore counter, you would do something.
right.
It was
Yes.
an upkeep effect.
Yes.
And then at the end of it is like you would sack it and it would do something for every lore counter on it.
Right. So I know Angie was excited about what the Mirari contract.
Oh my gosh.
Which one is that one? What was it called?
It's the Mirari conjecture.
Conjecture. The one where you
Oh,
take,
Jesus.
several turns or whatever? Or is that
no,
the other one?
No, that's the recursion card.
Oh, great. Oh, look at Angie. She's rubbing herself.
Okay.
Not in an inappropriate way.
Angie-
now
An-
she is.
Now it's
we're,
appropriate.
We're in public.
We're in public.
Public. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kids.
That's why Scoob's actually not here, because we're actually in public.
hey, that was not.
We just, to be fair, we just didn't tell him, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had
I
ballet.
mean, you know,
But okay, so Mirari Conjecture was the one that did the recursion, and then the Eruption was... Which one did the Eruption do?
I think
We were talking about that one. We weren't really impressed with it as much as we thought.
it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't very impressive.
no, actually, I like it. It's the first eruption deals 1 damage to each creature without flying. Second one is add 2 red, which to me is worth the whole card for 3.
Okay.
And then the third one is sacrifice a mountain. If you do, the first eruption deals 3 damage to each creature.
Oh, so it becomes Pyroclasm.
Yeah,
But better,
Better.
Pyroclasm.
But better,
a
yeah.
+1. It becomes that rolling.
Slagstorm or
Yeah,
rolling?
that's it. Yeah, it's like storm.
Okay.
Guys, we're trying to do this without not reading the magic cards, so
we
it's
got
not
him
working.
Not me. I'm looking through them.
I know.
We got him in front of us. We might as well.
We need to talk about damping sphere.
Okay.
Which
is now, was it a rare or was it always an uncommon?
It's an uncommon.
But was it a rare before?
Nope.
It's always been an uncommon? That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Which one's Dampening Sphere?
Well, this is damping sphere. It is different from dampening sphere.
Okay.
So it says if a land is tapped for 2 or more mana, it produces 1 colorless instead of the other type and amount.
Ooh.
Each player who has a spell. Each spell a player casts one more to cast for each other spell that player has cast this turn.
Ooh.
So Limbala, maybe.
Oh, that's
Limbala
true.
makes you holla.
Yeah.
That's quite-
Limbala got schooled last night.
Yes, you did.
Who?
Limbala.
You mean Iona?
No, Limbala. Your Limbala deck.
You mean Lavinia?
Lavinia.
Limbala.
Linvala is an angel.
Okay, let's talk about this. Lavinia got schooled last night.
There you go. Of course, a lot of people.
Moreland was right there with me, though.
I was going to say, a lot of people got schooled last night, so.
Yeah.
You got one sitting out, too. You got a saga sitting out, Moreland.
I do.
Which one's that one?
Song of Freyalise.
Oh.
Oh, I already like it.
Yep. For 1 and 2, until your next turn, creatures you control can tap for a mana of any color. And on 3, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Those creatures gain Vigilance, Trample, and Indestructible until end of turn.
I hate the end of turn. I wish it was like Avacyn where it kept it forever.
Well, I mean, there is a card that you can take that takes away end of turn effects. So basically, you
Oh,
make
that's
it
true.
permanent.
Sundial.
Oh, in the
Yeah.
turn. Just done.
Right.
Yep.
Aiden, you and I were talking about Josu Vest, the Lich Knight.
Oh my gosh.
Liliana's brother.
Mm-hmm.
So
You
who
want to
like-
explain that one a little bit?
So who likes zombies?
I like
Me,
zombies.
I like
Okay,
zombies.
so there was an old spell back in old Innistrad called Army of the Damned, and it made like a bazillion zombie tokens.
It's specifically Bazillion.
13.
13. But it was a lot. It's more than 5.
13. 13 to be exact.
Yes. But the problem was they were tapped, so you'd always get punched in the face and
Die.
killed before you could use them. But this one's better because this one gives you all your guys, but you don't die because you can block all their stuff.
Because they come into play untapped.
Right. But it gets better. They all have a keyword ability called Menace, which means they
can only be black.
Doubled.
Yeah, they got to
by
be double
2
blocked.
guys per.
Aiden
That's
looks really
amazing.
crazy happy. Like his eyes are like
Oh,
non-blinking.
I was about to say this set just makes people.
I think
Crazy.
it also makes a big difference.
And
for
it's
us.
also a black card, so that's one of my favorites.
Well, I think
Anyway.
this set makes such a big difference to us because we're actually commander players. So it's like, what can I not build? We have uncommons that are legendary.
Right.
That's what's exciting.
And that's really good for Pauper format.
Right.
Arvad,
yeah.
Arvad the Cursed. Death Touch, Lifelink. Other legendary creatures you control get +2/+2. He's a vampire knight. That's
Yeah.
just
And he's just going to
uncommon.
rebuild planeswalkers in a weird way.
Yeah. You know, another thing we didn't mention was after the Brothers War, the false prophets who came out.
Oh, yeah,
and
during
that's
the
where
dark.
It's where you had the card Preacher, who they're crazy. They were end of the world. You know, the world's gonna end.
Didn't they reprint, or they reprinted Tragic Poet, but did they reprint False Prophet in this set?
No, false prophet was I think in Masters 25.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, was that the Cabal? When they?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, I think they came with but it was the white cards that did like horrible black things. So you had Preacher who would take a card from your opponent's side, bring it to yours, and then sack it at the end of turn. And then false prophet, who exiles. When he dies, he exiles all creatures.
Right. And it was because at the time of the dark, it was kind of like the dark ages in our time where religious zealotism was something that existed and people were so convinced that the end of the world was occurring. At this point, Dominaria, I think the end of the world has occurred like at least 8 times.
Well, and the only ones who
wait.
stepped into power at the
Wrong card
time
game.
were vampires.
Right.
That's where you had the vampire family stepped up to rule. I mean, we don't really
Markov.
talk about the Homeland set, but with the dark into the Homelands. And then there was an Ice Age after the Brothers' War as well because of a spell he used. So that's how we led into the Ice Age.
Yep.
And then from there, with the melting waters and the waters rising, you get into the Merfolk.
You had what?
And-
Cold Snap, then Ice Age, and then something else, right?
It was Ice Age, then Cold Snap.
Okay.
Because Cold Snap didn't come until years after Ice Age.
Okay.
And they reprinted Ice Age so many times because that was another time where Magic was just going to stop. It wasn't popular anymore, so they just
Gotcha.
reprinted Ice Age over and over and over, and it had so many cards in that set.
Gross.
And I think what we talked about was that Dominaria, the only other time we saw after Mirrodin before Mirrodin came, and that was before that new set came out. The only other time we saw Dominaria as a set was Time Spiral. This is the first set that actually names Dominaria as its own set.
Yep.
Which is interesting because Dominaria is the planes that affects all the other planes.
Mhm.
Anything that happens in Dominaria ripples to everywhere else. It's like the center of that universe.
Yep. Earth 1, if you will.
It's Earth, yeah. It's like a futuristic
Actually, if you looked
Earth.
at the picture on the wiki for Dominaria, it looks exactly like Earth.
Mhm.
And if you think about the way the timelines play out in Dominaria and prior to the Brothers' War, if we want to talk about like Ice Age and the Dark and all of that stuff, if you look at that, it kind of follows how our history goes.
Well, I'm in Earth 1 like from comic books.
Well, no, it looks like Earth.
I understand that, but
Like Moon.
like anything that happens,
God dang it,
usually
Moon.
something that happens on Earth 1. If something happens on Earth 1, it ripples out and happens in some way, shape, or form on all the other Earth,
Mhm.
all the multitude of Earths in the multiverse.
This is the Earth.
Earth.
Just chilling.
Just chilling. So one thing we haven't seen though is Yawgmoth's return. They're trying to close the rifts. He did come back, and he wasn't defeated. He was just pushed back by Gerard Capatian's sacrifice.
Wasn't he
Mhm.
just contained more than
well,
anything?
the Weatherlight had the legacy weapon and the legacy weapon. There, Gerard was the Bloodline legacy weapon, but there was also an artifact called the legacy weapon. I'm sure we've all played for. You move something from the game for
Yeah.
X amount.
Mm-hmm.
3 counter, shoop, something's gone.
Yep.
But I guess if we ever see the end of Magic, I think that'll be when we see Yawgmoth
When-
return.
When Yawgmoth, and-
I don't think it'll be the end of Magic. If we ever do see Yawgmoth's return, it's going to be a huge deal though.
right? Well, they said if they ever printed Urza as a legitimate card, because he was in the last unset,
Right.
Yes.
and he's still in Planeswalkers, and what a fun card.
Right.
You go to a website, what is it, askurza.com,
Mhm.
Yes.
Yep.
and he gives you basically the ultimates of all the other Planeswalkers in existence.
Well,
Right.
Literally all the other abilities of all the other
Yeah,
Planeswalkers.
and it can
All-
be good or bad. You don't know what you're going to get.
Exactly.
I've
But-
whiffed,
Oh yeah.
destroyed my lands when I didn't want to.
Oh yeah. She has. That was a fun game.
But that was what Magic or Wizards of the Coast did state, is that if Urza was ever printed as a legitimate card, that would be the end of Magic, because Urza was the all-powerful being, good being, quote unquote, but versus the others.
Kind of good. He was
Kind of
not
good.
good.
He's more chaotic neutral more than anything.
I've always
Right.
wondered, is Yawgmoth capable of contaminating the Eldrazi, since they are Elder Gods?
I don't think
Yeah.
I don't know. If
Or are they just too out of
they,
this?
well, they just devour everything. Just
So what
literally.
do you do when you have a Phyrexian versus an Eldrazi?
Because that's all Phyrexian does, is just devour worlds. He's a
Yeah.
world devourer like Eldrazi.
I-
So
I
if
don't-
he could contaminate and control them,
Oh, jeez, that'd be.
Or maybe the other way around, where remember how just recently in the past couple years where the Eldrazi contaminated Innistrad?
oh yeah.
So like, what
Maybe
if
they are Phyrexian. We
Well,
just
no.
don't know.
Oh yeah, but what if the Eldrazi are able to contaminate Yawgmoth? If it's the other way around,
Oh.
I feel like that would be
Either
really
way,
bad.
it's just it.
I mean,
bad all the
it'd
way
be
around.
bad all the
It's
way
universe ending. It's
Big
universe
time.
ending,
what if they
yeah.
what if they teamed up and became bros?
around. Oh God.
That'd probably be the worst outcome out of all of it, but I feel like two chaotic evil creatures would not do that.
No.
Especially one that's
Um,
mind-numbingly stupid like the Phyrexian.
I'm sorry. You put a chaotic evil person against a chaotic evil person. If they are legit,
They're neutral good. Or I
If
mean,
they are
they're
le-
neutral evil.
if they're legit not banging, then then they're gonna be facing each other.
Yeah.
Angie's dead.
Angie's been dead by Rachel.
Angie's
deaded.
Angie's been deaded.
All right. Good job. Good job. I mean,
Good. I'm dead. Oh, I'm
Oh, you are-
Liliana.
back!
Yeah, Liliana brought me back.
So
Who cast Revivify on her?
I did,
I've been brain fried, electrified.
but it was an accident actually. I had this random number wheel, and Revivify just happened.
Wild Magic,
Oh,
Yeah.
What's that called? Chaos.
Chaos Magic.
What's that format called where you
Chaos.
roll and it is chaos.
Plains?
Yeah.
Plain?
No, it's just
What?
chaos.
Oh.
Remember Shelna had the list and we would roll
Mhm.
for the chaos. I
Oh,
actually really
gosh.
liked chaos
It was
magic.
fun.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Roll basically on a
Mhm.
percentile and whatever
Mhm.
whatever
But
happened
it's basically
happened.
plane chase where you
Yeah.
just roll to see what.
Yeah,
if
you
walk away.
you roll to a different plane, or if you activate the plane's chaos ability.
Mhm.
But basically, you're guaranteed this, but you could get a good thing, you could get a bad thing.
Yeah, and it could only affect you.
right? It could affect you. It could affect everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
You may get an extra turn on turn 1. Or you could blow up your only land that you just put into play on turn 1.
You mean like Angie playing Urza?
Yeah.
Stop. Waited so long to play him.
Well, you just gotta play it more often.
Everybody stopped attacking, stopped casting spells, just so we could get an Urza effect, and then it was like, destroy your own lands. Oh. Just fine.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny though. So, as commander players, any commanders we want to build?
Joda. So, want to build Joda. I mean, it's 5 color.
I've already told you guys mine.
I want to build Fire Song and Sunspeaker.
Really?
I already have a deck for it.
Okay.
Well.
Fire Song and Songs. What is it? Fire Song and Windspeaker?
Sunspeaker.
Sunspeaker. Wow.
Red instant and sorcery spells you control have lifelink. Whenever a white instant or sorcery spell causes you to gain life, Fire Song and Sunspeaker deals 3 damage to target creature player.
Yeah. So Lightning Helix.
But better.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Everything has a lightning helix effect. Everything. And if you play it with that guy, the 2 people who double it if you cast on them, they do it for everyone.
Wait, what's his name?
What colors?
Red, white.
What?
Poppies.
There was a challenge we had one time, and I had to build this deck, this red, white deck. And it was somebody and somebody.
Did this card actually exist?
Yes.
I'm sure it does, but like...
Okay. I don't know if I'm going to build, other than maybe the Leviathan deck, just because that sounds really fun. But I don't know if I'm going to... I think I'm going to be revamping a lot of these decks, especially with the new Planeswalkers that have come out, especially with Jaya. I like Jaya.
She's really good.
She's real good. And then the new Angels.
You're not using my Jaya.
Okay. I'm not using your Jaya. I'll get my own Jaya with blackjack and hookers.
Right? Blackjack. This one actually looked decent. It's mono white, but Evra Hylicon Witness
Halcyon. Halcyon?
It's NX and Cymede.
Oh, okay. Something.
Oh, Annex Timid.
I made you build that. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought they had.
Yeah, whenever you target them, creatures you control get 1/1 and gain trample.
There we go. That.
Okay, yeah, it's a heroic guy.
Mm-hmm.
But if you target them with a lot of booster white effects, you're just bolting like crazy.
Mhm.
Yep.
Pumping your guys up. I think it's more of a one-on-one deck.
Is the word pronounced Halcyon?
Halcyon?
Halcyon.
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 Okay. Evra Halcyon Witness. This could seem like it could be pretty fun. 6 and 2 white. Avatar, legendary creature, lifelink. Pay 4, exchange your life total with its power.
Now, is it
It's
6 and 2?
6 and 2 white.
Is it 6 and 2 or 4 and 2?
4 and 2. Shut up, Aiden.
Sorry.
4 and 2 white.
Okay. 6
And
total.
and it's a 4/4 with lifelink. So,
I'm not entirely sure why you would think that would be fun.
exchange your life total, hit somebody,
Gain 40.
gain 40.
Oh.
Now I'm at 44.
Oh. I was reading that not in the right way.
Well, what do you guys think about Grand Warlord Rada?
That's insane.
Yeah. She has haste, and whenever one or more creatures you control attack, add that much mana in any combination of red or green.
Ugh.
Until end of turn, you don't lose this mana as steps and phases in. Yeah, that's... Just for the red alone, that's an additional combat step. That's...
Yeah, no.
Flashing in
That's. Yeah, that's all that.
Blech.
I don't know what just happened, but okay.
I bumped my mic
Oh, I got you.
after I jizzed all over everything.
That's not healthy.
I mean, I think I'm gonna build Yargle.
I knew
Glutton
you were
of
gonna say it.
Glutton of Urborg, though.
I don't know. That's a pretty bad card.
It's literally 5 and a 5, 4 colorless and a black for a legendary frog spirit. It's a 9/3 with no effect whatsoever.
Okay.
I'm gonna build that
All right, Marlon.
just to play Angie.
Nope.
I instantly win every game.
I quit Magic.
Exactly.
That thing is horrifying.
It is. It
That's
really
worse
is.
than that Balrog thing.
It is. All right.
Bagog,
So
Chagog,
The Joe.
Bagog.
Bajuka Bog.
The green-black frog from Set Cup Commander.
Oh, get Rog Monster.
yeah, the Gitrog monster.
Yeah.
Bagog.
So I know for a fact, Angie, other than the fact that you would never play Dark Souls, you would never be able to pass Dark Souls 2 because there's a frog monster.
Why? Why did games do? Because they know they're horrifying.
That's true.
This one really is. This one really is. It has it has a coated outer shell, so if you hit it, your attacks just bounce off of it. But it can open its mouth and reveal a face and 2 arms that attack you. And that's its only weakness.
That's uncalled for.
That's its only
uncalled
weakness
for.
is when it opens up its mouth, when it opens up its outer skin.
Speaking of scary, horrifying things, what about the new Cobalt coffers?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Urborg just became even more satisfying.
Yeah, definitely.
Now you.
I mean, it's a bit more fair. It costs 3 now, so you can't activate it with a Temple of the False Gods.
But you can copy it with Vesuva because it's non-legendary.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you guys
and the
are so
arena, or what's it called, Thespian Stage?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's mean stage.
And you just ramp into that, and then you take all the ice counters off Dark Depths immediately.
Ugh.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
What were you talking about with that ball lightning combo that Jake wanted to do with this Tetsuko Umezawa fugitive?
Oh, that's so dumb.
You mean
Okay.
Shinsuke Nakamura?
Okay, that guy.
Yeah, sure.
Creatures
Okay.
you control with a power of 1 or toughness or less can't be blocked.
So yeah, you know ball lightning, right?
Yeah.
It's like
It's a 6/1 for
it's-
3 red.
It's a 6/1 with trample and haste. But
3 red.
yeah, for 3 red.
And at the end of turn, you sack it.
But the thing is,
ahead.
Shinsuke says keyword toughness 1. So
Yes.
It has 1 toughness. It's unblockable.
it's unblockable.
That's really stupid.
Ping you in the face for 6.
I like it.
Or
right?
if you have the twin thing or gratuitous violence, you really could
Dictated-
one-shot somebody
Dictated
for
as Twin Gods,
3
yeah.
mana.
Yeah, it's gross.
And there's a green version, but
There is
I
a
can't
green.
think of what it's called.
It's a time-shifted version, time spiral.
It's the thing Scoob died to that time. Because he decided he was...
Groundbreaker?
Yes, it's
that's a
Groundbreaker.
Groundbreaker. He was playing against a
Yes.
Doran player, and he switched the power and toughness so he wouldn't take 6, and he took 6 anyway because Doran was in play.
Yep.
Come on, Scoob.
What are the chances that Scoob is going to add Tatyava Benthic Druid into his deck whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control? You
Oh,
gain
no,
1 life
he's
and draw a
going to.
card.
It's 110% confirmed.
He
Oh,
has a blue-green Merfolk deck.
Yeah, no, he's definitely.
It'd be fishy if he didn't put it in there.
Right?
I see what you did there.
Thank you. Thank you.
I didn't want to give him the benefit of the doubt.
I know, you never do, but it's fine.
You know what I like about pre-releases is that everyone's at equal footing in a pre-release.
Exactly.
And it's just-
Other than just your basic skill level,
Right.
everybody's on basic footing. Everybody's working off of 6 packs.
Yep. Because remember last one, Namki won with a deck that had no rares in it.
Right.
He won with that land, the desert deck.
Yeah, exactly. It's just
Because-
like what?
Yeah, because he drew crap. like,
Hey,
just crap
hey, it's
in
just-
his pulls,
hey,
but he ended up winning.
It's like, hey, I'm gonna mill you, desert mill. That's what he did.
Let's go.
I think it's funny that Magic is following Hearthstone and making 4 mana 7/7s. This Traxxas Scourge of Krug, where he enters the battlefield tapped and doesn't untap during your untap step, and you can only untap him if you cast a historic spell.
Yeah.
Oh
That's-
man, that's so hard to do considering
Yeah.
he's
I know.
a colorless creature.
Oh man.
He's also an artifact. So
I'll
like,
drop this opal. What's it called?
Mox Opal.
Yeah, Mox Opal, and untap him for no mana.
uh,
So I legit have a 7/7.
And Angie's favorite card.
Yes, I was happy to get the squee.
oh my god.
I got one too.
I also got one too.
Sweet. Squee off.
Squee.
Squee the Immortal.
We all
Squee.
build different squee decks.
No, Squee's just going in Perforos.
I'm
Okay.
very
He's always-
disappointed because I actually didn't get any angels other than. Hold on, I'm sorry, I'm going through my cards
She
right
didn't
now.
get a right angle.
a left
she
angle.
didn't get,
a 90-degree
you know,
angle.
Did you get an obtuse angle?
I prefer the
No.
720 angle.
What?
Where is that stupid?
I prefer
angle?
the
Are you gonna do like Scoob and 360 angle and
No,
run?
You do 360 twice.
What?
That's what 720 is.
Yeah.
It's literally 360 times 2.
I keep thinking the stupid
Math.
bird cleric is an angel. It is not an angel. It's stupid. I'm really mad now that I think about it. Because I wanted angles. Just Tiana. I got Tiana Ship's Caretaker. Which all she does is whenever an equipment or R you control is put
All
into the
she
graveyard
does.
from the battlefield, you may return
It
it.
returns to your hand. That's all.
I mean, it
that's
returns
all.
to the hand. But I just I wanted other angles.
Well, listen, if you ran that 5-color guy, you would have access to all your angels.
Well, You can have Kurt Angle, okay? He's a wrestler. Scoob will enjoy that.
But do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You'd have access, and then think Avacyn only costs one of each color.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying? So you're focused too heavily on having like an Angel Commander, but that the
Joda.
yeah.
Yeah, Joda.
Wizard dude.
Yeah.
Joda's awesome.
That's stupid.
It's
And-
pretty stupid.
Yeah. Your land base would just be like your dragons. You could literally take dragon land base,
Yeah.
run your angels.
Except
Yeah.
to be even faster.
Yeah.
Oh my god. How many decks are we going to build with Joda just
There's
to
a
have
lot.
it?
There's a lot.
He's a good 5 color.
It's 5 color.
is,
It's
yeah.
5 color, and he has it's Fist of the Suns on the fucking
dude.
stick.
I'm serious. I'm thinking about changing out Chromat with him for Planeswalkers.
Yeah.
Which actually kind of makes sense if you think
Yeah.
about it, because you make everything 5 cost.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna probably change out Reaper King, so
Yeah.
because I have like 2 or 3 scarecrows in the deck, so I'll just take out the scarecrows, take out Reaper King, and put in Joda instead.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that's not not the point to be able to play it, but the
Mhm.
fact that if I get all that land out and then if somebody counterspells my Hypergenesis, then I'm kind of screwed. But then I have backup. I can play Joda,
Mhm.
and then just
And
start
then just
and
everything
start
costs
dropping
5.
start dropping big guys for
Mhm.
5.
I also want to just a quick thank you to Superheroes Cards, Comics, and Games. Sorry, they changed their name, so got a little
Mhm.
confused.
And you can order from them. They do ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You could call the store. You could look at the website. They're on eBay. So
Right.
there's an eBay store.
Mhm.
And Randy will hook you up with some good deals if you mention us. He never said that.
I know.
Yeah.
Tell him that he did.
We'll know if Randy actually.
He's sitting right there.
We'll actually
he's
know.
literally-
We'll
is?
actually know
He's,
if
Yeah.
Randy
he's sitting
listens.
less than 10 feet away.
What
Oh
Randy
wow!
doesn't
I didn't
know.
notice him this whole
Yeah.
time.
If actually, we'll know if Randy actually listened to this episode if he
No.
says
Oh,
anything.
he's looking. He's looking.
Don't look at him.
Yeah.
Everybody look away.
Yeah. So you'll get a good deal.
A
Yeah.
real good deal, maybe.
Possibly.
Probably not.
Actually,
But I mean-
a lot of the good stuff we've given away has been deals.
Yeah,
Randy's
you're
cut
right.
us.
We
You're
actually
right,
got
yeah.
that
Yeah,
Scarab
the
God that
Scarab
we
God.
gave away at DreamHack last year that I kind of regret kind of hard about.
That was a
Right?
gorgeous card. I know
Yeah.
it was a
Oh, it
gorgeous
was.
card.
You know, we really need to stop setting our standards so low for giveaways. Hey, if you just find us, you'll get something free.
Like Sith Firewalkers.
They had to find all 5 of us in the same place.
Which,
It's our bad that we had somebody we knew there.
well, not even that, the fact that we were always together to begin with. So it was
Mhm.
like,
I mean, we weren't always together. There
Yeah.
was a bit of time that we did separate.
Like the bathroom.
yeah.
Right, exactly. And that random time that
Yeah.
me and Scoob walked off to just do whatever, and then got lost and scared, so we came and found y'all.
But we did do a giveaway this time around if you didn't see it on our Facebook. If you shared the post regarding our pre-release, we are giving away a deck box, a playmat, and a fat pack from Dominaria. And we do ship too. So
We do.
if you can't make it here, or if you want to be part of the giveaway, go share that on Facebook. You'll be entered to win. The giveaway will be announced the 27th.
I feel like that's biased somehow.
So basically, anybody that was actually here to see us live and recording, they got an extra entry into
Right.
the thing. If they
Share it. They
if
get
they
an
also
entry
share, if they're here, they get an entry. If they share, they get an entry.
for
Yes.
a $60 value.
So what do you have there,
$60 value.
George?
yes.
Tatiova, the Benedict Druid.
Well, introduce yourself.
Oh, hi, I'm George.
Hi, George.
Hello,
I'm
George.
new to well, I'm not new to Magic. I'm new to
Everything.
almost everything.
Yeah.
George has a Clark Kent jaw. Ladies.
Some people may even say I look like a young Kevin Bacon.
I don't
oh,
think I've
I
ever.
see it.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
I see it.
I see it, yeah.
I really do.
I'm gonna give you that one, but I don't completely agree with you.
Are you playing in the tournament?
No.
Okay, so did you pull anything good though?
Hi, Mark.
And there's Mark behind him.
Ignore Mark. I did get some good stuff.
What'd you pull? Tell the listeners
I got
what
Chandra, both
What?
Planeswalker, or Pyromancer, sorry. She's a Pyromancer, not a Planeswalker.
Yes,
She is a
yeah, okay.
Planeswalker. She's both.
You're doing
Yes
real good so
and
far.
yes.
And Tatiova,
The
the
What?
other, is Urogors.
Oh, yeah.
which one?
That pre-release one I got. The,
Oh, okay.
Sack some dudes and hoes.
Sack some dudes and hoes.
Yeah.
Not like jobs, but like.
Which-
Urgoros,
If you're
the
into
empty
Commander-
one. If he deals combat damage to a
Oh,
player,
yeah.
they discard a card. If that player can't, you draw.
That's really good.
Hey, that would go really good in your Demir deck.
I got a foil.
So is there anything you're excited about with Dominaria?
Well, with my new commander deck, I'm going to be building. I'll gain a life every time I put a land down. So
There you
you
go.
better watch out, Aiden. I'm coming for you.
What you mean, bruh?
Coming for you on that life gain stuff.
What?
Yeah, on that life gain crap.
What do you mean? I
With
don't
like
gain
mana
any life.
barbs.
I don't gain life. And Mana Barbs is a fair card.
Mana Barbs is not a
Not.
fair card.
It is not a fair
Mana
card.
It's-
Barbs is a terrible.
He's
As-
gonna say War's Toll is fair next.
No, I don't have a War's Toll, but I do have Exquisite Blood, which combos very well with
You're
Mana
gonna
Barbs.
also say Perforos is really fair as well.
Nah,
No.
Perforos is...
Perforos can
It's
suck a
terrible.
chode.
Yeah, I agree with Angie on this one.
you
No,
can
Perforos
all
is
suck
a
a
big
chode.
dick
Perforos
of a
is so
guy.
fair.
Yeah.
Perforos does not discriminate. Okay, he does damage to opponents. That's it. That's all he needs to do. I'm sorry y'all couldn't handle taking 90 damage.
I tried. I really
That was
tried.
fluke last night.
No, it wasn't a fluke.
He got mad at me because I own a red because he's playing mono red. He's like, I didn't have anything out. I'm like, you did 90 damage in one turn without having
With
anything
nothing out except the Perforos. He's like, I just got nothing.
I'm sorry. No,
Yeah.
a Perforos.
I got nothing in my hand, but then boom, 90 damage.
Perforos, Panharmonicon, and a Dictate of the Twin Gods. I'm sorry.
No, you
No,
don't
you're
sound
not.
very sorry at all. It sounds like you're very happy about this.
I am very condescending right now.
Makes sense.
Yes, it
Stop
does.
it right now. He's talking about board wipes.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's what Zergo does.
I was just
Yeah, that new Leviathan
Yeah.
card.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
all blue,
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
The one that Becky was talking about.
He's like a 6/6, but if you put him down, he gets kicked.
You
board
return
wipe,
everything
you
except
can
Leviathans,
Merfolk.
Merfolk, Octopi, which it
Octopus.
says octopuses on it.
Yeah, it says octopuses, which it should
Well,
say
octopi-
octopi.
Yeah,
Because
no.
octopi is.
Octopi is also not the prop.
Now,
I
octopi
wonder-
makes
wait,
you think of
wait,
like
okay,
It's
pies.
octopleids. Octopleids.
I want to.
Is that the real word?
Okay, Mom.
Even if we
I
said
want an
octopi,
octopi.
which most people would agree would be kind of correct, octopuses is definitely not the correct answer.
But I like that they called it an octopuses.
I just want pie now.
I'm gonna get your octopuses.
Nah, I want. Nah, see, I
No.
want octopi. I want 8 pies.
Right?
No, I want
Right.
9.
Yeah.
There you
how do
go.
we degenerate? How do we
Because we're
digress
degenerates.
that hard?
Devolve. It's
I need to
devolve.
devolve
On
this
the inside,
podcast
okay?
so hard.
That's
Becky.
because we're revolutionary.
Don't even.
Becky Cooper. George is the one who introduced us to Becky Cooper.
Yes. At first
Yeah,
it was.
If you've all seen the episode of Flash where Iris basically makes fun of Barry's old girlfriend.
What about Becky Cooper?
You're done. You can leave now. Cut him, mute him, please.
That was her blooper. That was when she was Becky Blooper. George was molested. I saw the whole thing.
Whoa.
Yeah, I
was-
just got
it was-
molested by Nathan.
It was,
Took off my glasses.
it was only his head, though,
Dang.
so it's okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
At least it wasn't his actual. It was just his head.
lore and everything.
Everything.
What does it mean? Who's the new threat? I know it's not.
Nicobolus.
It's still no good bolus. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's still Nicol
It
Bolas.
seems like it's always him.
and the demon
Him
guy.
and his
I
evil
guess,
horn
kind of.
Mhm.
of doom.
His horns. He's a very horny guy.
He's just a big baddie. We
That
talked
is-
about that earlier.
That is.
That was a good one.
I cannot
That was a good
confirm
one,
nor
Angie.
deny that. Actually.
Yeah, yeah. Liliana could.
Never. We never know.
Mhm.
Okay. You gotta turn your mic on.
Okay, you're good. Go ahead.
Hi, this is Xander.
Hi,
Super pumped
Xander.
to be here.
Mhm. How are you doing in the pre-release so far?
Very badly.
Oh, did you pull anything good?
Mox Amber?
Oh, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah. That's
But
actually
you're not
pretty
doing well in the turn. Are you having issues?
I couldn't play. Ooh, Yargle for it. Yargle.
Put the card down before Morlin takes your hand off.
Yes, sir.
But is there anyone you want to shout out to?
Not really.
Okay.
Mhm.
I just like saying
He
hi.
doesn't like anybody.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. He's a man unto himself.
Not
Yes.
me.
And my family.
His family. Bye, Xander.
All right.
Bye bye.
Hey, come on.
Yeah.
Marlon,
They're coming-
you missed it. We just had this kid spit all over your microphone.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
No,
Yeah.
I saw that. I saw that.
And he was like,
really
you know,
nice, though. So
who
it's
my
like-
least favorite is Moreland.
Yeah.
You're scaring that girl with your belly out.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Randy.
Randy, are you
What's up?
actually going
I
to be?
knew it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I
I'm
knew it.
talking. I'm here.
Yeah.
I knew it.
So Randy is the one we mentioned earlier, who's gonna give you the great deals.
Wait, what did you talk about me earlier?
yeah, yeah. He's gonna give you like $5 boxes. I'm kidding. All of this is a lie.
$5 empty boxes.
Yeah, there you go. That sounds
There you
about
go.
right.
That's value right there.
But Randy back in the day is the one who first really taught me how to play Magic.
Yes, in my house, as I recall.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And,
Well, that's cool.
And his wife fed us.
Yes.
So
spaghetti.
Hey,
we didn't
Lots
go
of
for
spaghetti,
it.
occasionally lasagna.
Yeah. Lots of vegetables.
Nothing
yeah,
wrong with
it was
that.
a group of us, and Cheryl fed us all.
Yes. We fed you. You played Magic at our kitchen table.
She would come by and say, "I guess you're all staying for dinner," and get this look on her face like, "Can you just go away?"
That sounds awesome.
Hopefully you kept all those cards from back then because
Oh.
they're worth a fortune now.
Yes.
So that was
I don't-
probably
Mhm.
if not
It was quite a bit back.
before both the kids. So
Mhm.
Before kids became the fortune.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, Randy is the one who taught a lot of us how to utilize the stack.
yes,
And-
last in, first out, guys.
Yes.
LIFO.
Yeah. He had a land destruction deck that I wanted to cut his throat with. And and a blue deck with the Falcon Shackles that I wanted to cut his throat with.
Scalpel Lexus was a great card. Plow Under.
You're lucky your daughter's
the cards
in
that
there.
a lot of you are playing Commander with now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Back in my day.
Back in my day, we had a scalpel
Epic
Lexus.
Farm remembers.
You know what else remembers Randy? Me.
Angie remembers.
I remember.
Angie was
Dementia
plowed
hasn't.
several times in my house.
No context.
No context.
needed for that. Just put that in as a commercial. Just drop that quote in anywhere you need it.
No, can't do. We'll put it everywhere.
It's going to be on our flyers now.
Randy, would you like to talk about your store?
Well, it's the same store we've had for 20 years.
Yes.
It's tons of comics, tons of toys, board games, card games. Of course, we love Magic. The straw that stirs the drink, as we say.
Mm-hmm.
Magic on Friday and Saturdays. Standard both nights. Modern on Sundays.
Ooh.
Commander, Pauper always displayed.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have enough of a league yet for those, but
Yeah.
the tables are here. You're always welcome up.
Yeah. We come in here and take up 9 tables for 3 people.
Yeah.
Mostly
Commander,
Or
6
Jake.
tables for one game.
Yes. And Randy's seen quite a bit of Scoob too.
Yeah, I've seen too much of Scoob. I've seen
Haven't
more of
we
Scoob
all?
than Scoob has, if you know.
Yes, that's true. That is definitely true.
Dan has too, so.
Unfortunately. Dan
Randy, where they
has-
can find you guys? We're online.
Online, it's online is on our Facebook page right now because of the store changeover. We don't have a website yet, so it's Heroes, Cards, Comics, and Games on Facebook. I post schedules all the time, offers. Free Comic Book Day is coming, first Saturday in May. Cinco de Mayo this year, so margaritas after the day is over.
Oh gosh.
Sweet.
So he's
Awesome.
basically guaranteeing there will be margaritas, right?
It's not exactly what I said.
I heard margaritas.
Will this
And
be
I heard
airing
free.
before
Yeah.
Free Comic Book Day?
I heard
It will.
free margaritas.
In the
That's-
same sentence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
heard free and margaritas.
Yeah.
That is
That's all
always
I
our
need.
biggest sale every year. It's like our other
Mhm.
Black Friday, except it's Saturday. There will be big discounts, free comics for the kids.
And Randy can pretty much get anything you want into the store.
Yes. Card games, comics, board games, miniatures, anything.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't have it, ask me about it. I'll get it in a couple of days.
Sounds
Well,
good.
thanks for having us, Randy.
You're welcome. We love having you guys up here.
Thank
It's fun to see all the creative stuff that some of our customers do.
Mhm.
in
When
the
he
same
says
industry.
creative, he really sets the bar low, let's be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
I
kind of
mean-
rolled his eyes and choked a little
You
as
do
he
appear
said
to have a lot
creative.
of equipment, though, so that
Yeah.
means you
That's how we are official.
put a lot of time and energy into it.
Yeah.
So maybe not so much creativity, but money. Like,
Yes, that's exactly what I meant.
When he I don't know why he threw the air quotes up over creativity,
Mhm, mhm.
but that's,
Will you have a mariachi band on Cinco de Mayo?
That's a possibility. There will be a lot of costumed people up here that day. I
Oh.
don't know if any of them will be mariachis. We could talk Rachel into it, possibly. She's working that day.
yeah.
think-
I think you could talk Rachel into the
I think as
dressing
a
up as a
condition of
mariachi.
employment, that should be what you do.
It's
Right?
possible.
Yeah.
If we can
It's just
get her-
cosplay, let's be
If we
honest.
can just get her to put away the Harley Quinn outfit and instead go mariachi band.
Well,
I
don't
think
don't
it's
go
more
that
suited.
far. Don't go that
well,
far.
Moreland, never mind. Sorry.
Don't go that far.
We do want Moreland and
Moreland,
Scoob
she's
to
a
come up
married
that day,
woman.
so. Moreland said he didn't want to marry her.
Oh, well, that's true. A mariachi.
I
Ah.
see what you did there.
It was bad.
It's because they're so happy all the time.
We can edit all of that out.
Because they're a mariachi band.
Actually, she's just going to clip it and send it to Rachel
Yeah.
Direct.
specifically.
Yes.
I've got another one.
What?
If Becky were a tour guide, she would try to keep everybody in a Becky grouper.
If Becky were a fish, she'd also be a Becky grouper.
I'm done.
So George calls her Becky Cooper from a Flash episode, and we've been thinking of new names for her.
That all rhyme with Ooper.
Now, is Flash any good? Because I want to either watch Flash or Gotham, or I don't want to watch the DC. What's the DC? Legends of Tomorrow? That looks horrible.
Is that DC or Marvel?
It's DC.
Yeah, they're all
DC.
Legends of
Yeah.
Tomorrow. Yeah,
Oh,
it looks
okay.
terrible.
Green Arrow's pretty good.
Green Arrow's pretty
Mhm.
good.
Arrow, Flash, and DC
Yeah.
Legends of Tomorrow are actually all
Now, how
pretty
did they
good.
do a season of Flashpoint? Is
Oh,
there stuff in Flashpoint that I feel like you couldn't
Yeah.
really put on television?
yeah, they did though.
They did.
Yeah,
Like
they work
Joker
around
and-
it.
Yeah,
Mhm, they work
yeah.
around it.
There's a lot of workarounds.
Supposedly the
Mhm.
next Flash movie is Flashpoint. I'm
Mhm.
like, how are you going to do some of those scenes?
Right? Because that's a lot of graphic stuff.
Yeah, there's some stuff in there with Joker's, who the Joker is.
Yeah.
It's a little hardcore for
From
the movie audience.
Right?
Well, they did 50 Shades. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well, of course, DC didn't.
DC didn't.
There was an episode of Supergirl where she went into the Flashpoint universe. Do you remember that?
Well, she went into Flash's universe,
Was she
Mhm.
topless?
but not Flashpoint.
No, it was Flashpoint. She went back and all the cities had fallen, and she had to get Green Arrow.
Is it in? Oh yeah, that was
Maybe it was different.
DC Legends Tomorrow that
yeah.
did that. That wasn't Supergirl.
No, Supergirl was there. All three of them did an episode on it. It was like one of those combined things where you had to watch
Yeah, it was a big
each
crossover.
Thank you.
Oh
That's
yeah,
the word. That's
yeah,
the word.
The crossover episode.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember that.
I watch K-dramas.
What?
She watches K-dramas.
I don't watch any of those TV shows.
We don't know why she can't understand Korean, so
I can read, though, unlike you.
I can read. I just
can't.
choose not
Did
to.
I interrupt something?
No.
I don't know. Lover squirrel.
Ew.
That's pretty gross.
So you had a pretty good turnout for the pre-release movie.
Yes, the last two
Mhm.
pre-releases have been huge. I don't know if this one was helped out by everybody being excited about the set or just anxiously waiting on a new set.
No, well, we were talking
Right.
about the set and how much history and lore it has.
Yeah, Dominaria was the original place that all of this happened on.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
It used to be you were two wizards that bumped into each other on Dominaria and then started fighting each other.
Mhm.
If you go back to the original Alpha Beta rulebook, it was, I forget the name of the guy and the girl that
Oh.
banged into each other and started.
Oh.
Is
Fighting.
that just
What
not
are we
the Bible?
talking about again?
Is it the Bible?
That's the Bible.
Yeah, that's the.
Rachel,
Oh,
come on in and join
Hey,
us.
Rachel, you are going to be a mariachi.
We talked about you earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm happy. Proud.
Yeah.
In a good context though. So
You're going to be a
alright.
mariachi
It was a
band.
good context.
You're going to be
from
part of a
Moreland.
mariachi band.
You should bring your daughter.
I tried. She won't talk.
Angie.
Angie's just dead.
And Rachel, don't talk about my daughter.
200
200 feet. You know the rules.
You know what? I forgot about that, Randy, that you were essentially two mages who bumped into each other.
Yes, you were two wizards that banged into each other.
and you used to get to steal people's spells because there was the anti-mechanic.
That's right. No, never play
That's
with
what
Randy when
summoning
you're
sickness
anti.
was. The wizard would conjure up the person.
Mhm.
They would appear, the goblin or whatever, and they'd be sick because they just came out of nowhere. And then the other person would react to it.
I feel like they've made it a lot more badass now. Because before that, it kind of sounded silly. I'm a wizard. Let's battle.
Well, from there, I recall the story was you were Urza and the other person was Mishra. And then
Mhm.
they just went to planeswalkers and
Yeah.
chaos.
Craziness. And now you're just.
That's a planeswalker.
Don't
still.
just stand there and stare, Rachel. Come on.
Yeah,
come
Rachel,
on.
Rachel,
on.
come here.
Come
We'll find a
on.
microphone for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
you do now. Come here as
You
the
do
new
now.
player.
Yeah, Rachel
Come
just started
on.
playing
Yeah,
Magic.
yeah, Rachel just
Here,
started playing
you
Magic.
sit
It
in
was
mine.
it's very.
No, come on, Rachel. Come on, Rachel.
Mhm.
Come on.
Randy.
Join the group.
Just for a minute.
So Rachel, on Cinco de Mayo, Free Comic Book Day, we were talking about how you're going to be part of a mariachi band.
It
Yeah.
was either that or
Yeah,
that
you
or
do-
the Harley
you
Quinn
have it?
outfit.
I could get it.
And we had four votes for the mariachi and one vote for the Harley
Because
Quinn
Randy
outfit.
said he's going to do free margaritas that day.
Oh, so easy.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
down.
free
Wait,
margarita.
hold
down.
on.
If
Like,
you spend a certain amount, you get a margarita that day.
Yeah.
I haven't decided on the amount.
Can we grill too?
Oh.
We got-
Grill
yeah,
outside, sure.
Yeah, we got enough space outside.
Yeah.
Out back.
No, up front.
No, we don't want to go out to Outback. We want to go out front.
Yeah, we're gonna go up
Yeah.
front.
Have
I'll
a
bring a
fajita table
grill.
that day.
I'll bring a grill.
Yeah.
I'll bring a lawn chair. Just sit there.
I'll bring a
Rachel's
poncho.
not
And
agreeing with
Rachel,
any of this.
Rachel,
She didn't have the night shift thing, so it'll be up to her what some of this stuff is.
Hey, it's Rachel. Yeah, you guys are like that.
I just made a
Rachel,
Becky blooper.
So Rachel, are you excited about the new set or any of the cards
Well,
in the
Rachel
new
wants
set?
to build red, and she was asking what cards from this set would be great for a mono red deck. So I think we know enough now to answer that question.
Ooh.
Jaya for sure.
Yes.
Yes, Jive Ballard for
Mhm.
sure.
Do you have an example of said card?
Mhm.
Yes, we do. Actually,
Aiden does.
I do.
So does Angie.
So does Angie got one too?
Yes, Angie
Uh-huh.
also has one. Probably faster on hand
Okay,
than Aiden does.
Is this
She's a
This is a setup
planeswalker.
for
Is this a
Rachel to
creature?
prove she
Is
knows
it
She's a
something about
planeswalker.
magic.
No, she's a planeswalker.
We bring that to
Okay,
Rachel.
Planeswalker. Okay, that's right. Planeswalkers and creatures are
Yeah.
different.
There it is.
Right.
There it is.
Oh, okay.
It's super useful.
Rachel says yes, that's a good card.
I mean, that's.
Are you
I'd
testing
be-
Rachel on what is good and what's a bad card?
No,
Rachel's
she
looking
said
at that
wouldn't
card
be
like
able
I
to-
would look at a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Not wrong.
So
I
he does
just-
have some big numbers on it, so.
I've just started 5 days ago, so
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Randy, you've played for a long time. What do you think about these saga cards and historic?
I don't particularly care for the saga cards,
Yeah.
but I'm one of those people
Yeah.
who didn't like the planeswalkers. Still
Mhm.
don't.
Yeah.
I don't want a teammate on
Mhm.
the board.
Yeah.
Agreed.
But there's plenty of stuff I could complain about the game.
Oh yeah.
It's still the best-selling game there is. Each set larger than the one before it, so they clearly know what they're doing. But
Kind of.
I would much rather go back to the simple stuff.
Yeah.
And
I
mean,
they
they did.
simplified the stack years ago. But
Yeah. They did miss when they printed Masters 25, just because the base value of the set isn't worth MSRP most of the time. Just for
you gotta hit a good box to get that full value.
Unless
Yeah.
you're Becky and you pull a Jace every box.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Exactly.
Yeah.
if I go to buy a box of of Masters 25, I'm taking Becky with me so she can pick the box.
Yeah. Well, Rachel's one who gave it to us. Both of them, Rachel.
I was gonna say I picked it.
Well, Rachel's mariachi band on Free Comic Book Day.
I can get that soon.
That is
That's
awesome.
gonna be good. That's gonna be fun.
Like I said, we voted. It was 4 votes to 1
Yeah.
for the mariachi band.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
versus
Moreland
the
wanted
Harley
you to
Quinn.
wear Harley Quinn.
He didn't actually. No, he
No,
didn't.
he did. He Lindsay did.
Well,
Did
no,
He did.
I was gonna say you missed it the last time I wore it.
I know.
Exactly.
That's why he's so upset.
I know.
I'm always upset though, to be honest with you.
You
That's
are.
also true.
Everyone here is.
Tony leaving.
But
Tony's
you're welcome
leaving.
here anyway.
Oh no,
Anytime.
Tony's
Bye, Tony.
leaving.
Bye, Tony.
Can we get Tony
Bye,
to come
Tony.
back? Come back. Kinda. I guess.
Shh, Aiden. Shh.
I'll be quiet.
Don't say it to
Tony
him.
stories could start in a minute.
Oh gosh, you're right. I'm sorry. I almost messed up real hard.
Can we do
Okay.
a live one next time?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
wish.
That's impressive.
Say something
This
nice
is
about
actually
Hero.
more work than she does a lot of times on Saturdays.
This is
Not
true.
wrong.
I'm not wrong.
Come up here at Hero, see it for yourself.
I get occasional stories.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I couldn't get customer service for squat from Rachel
I
yesterday.
purposely ignored
I
him for
believe that.
6 other customers.
Well,
believe
what
that.
he was asking her to sell was inappropriate.
Oh.
Yeah. so.
No, it was not.
That was very amusing
It
to
was
watch.
You had to
Give
read
away
between the lines to get
inappropriate-
Look,
that.
Yes.
Chris wasn't here at the time. It was fine.
That's all getting
I
edited
don't
out.
think that makes it better. I'm
This is where the
fairly
edit
sure.
ends.
A new story begins. Yeah. Sorry. That's
The
not-
latest shop saga.
Bum bum bum.
Is that a new Magic card, Shop Saga?
It could be.
Oh gosh. Yes. Yeah, Randy. I
Speaking
agree
of
with
changes to Magic, why did we make artifacts not brown? Can we go back to brown artifacts, please?
you. That is so racist.
and another thing, while we're at it,
Okay.
why are the commons in the new set
White.
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 Yes,
That
that
is
is
so
really-
confusing.
Didn't we have enough stuff already?
Yes, they're white.
Yeah, they're white instead of black.
Can you
So it
show
looks
me
almost
what the hell
identical
you all are talking about?
The little
To the
symbol here,
gray
the common.
uncommon symbol.
Uh-oh.
That symbol?
This is all I had to go by. This is all I understood in Magic.
I
They
know
took
she has
this
no
away from
knowledge
me.
whatsoever
They
of the
took it
product
away.
that she sells,
I have
Yeah.
nothing.
and now
Yeah.
she has nothing.
So what's white mean?
Common.
Common.
Well, it's actually black, but they changed it to white for this time. So
I'm
that
so confused.
I know we are
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, we
But
don't
every-
know.
Is it
every-
white just because there's more of them, or
Maybe it was some kind of printing error.
of all the days,
I know. You're new to
Right.
this.
all the days.
I wasn't-
Right?
I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it.
Also,
Oh.
if you notice in the new packs, the rare is between the 3 uncommons.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
got its own
What's
spot
up
at
with
the end.
that?
So again, what are we doing?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Some of us that open boxes and sort need to be able to just drop them in a line.
I was really confused when I was opening those packs.
Not drop 2 uncommons, a rare, another uncommon, and then a foil or a common land.
I
Very
noticed
upsetting.
that they reprinted Opt in this set too.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Can we bring back Dark Ritual? Can we bring back Mana
Yes,
League?
come on.
Give us one per set.
Lightning bolt,
Yeah.
please.
You could see it. Well, Lightning Bolt's a little too much.
No.
If you're gonna do Lightning Bolt, you have to do that whole subset. You have to
Yeah.
do
We need healing salve. Yeah,
Healing
to count.
salve you can do anyway.
To counter lightning bolt,
Mhm.
obviously.
Duh. I mean,
I like it.
And Birds of Paradise should be in every basic set.
Yeah.
I agree.
every
Yes.
core set. Every core
Everyone.
set.
You want this back now?
Or at
because
least
I'm
Utopia
completely,
Tree.
Like,
We need
the
Bop.
conversation is now well over my head.
We need
Okay.
Bop.
That's awesome because that'll be a fun good.
That's going to be.
She knows how to look cards up on TCGplayer.com.
Oh no, that's cheating though.
That's all we need. She's got an app for that. And what did we think of the Buy a Box promo being only available this way this time?
I like it. I like it. It's
eh.
good for the shop owners.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it also means there's only going to be a certain number of that card printed, period.
Mhm.
true.
Because you either get 20, 40, or 60 depending on your store's status.
Oh.
Do you think they're going to do that going forward?
I think so. Supposedly it was to stop all the online sellers that buy tons of product to get it at a certain price
Mhm.
and then dump most of it online, like at
Oh,
cost.
that makes sense.
Oh.
So they wanted to give us an advantage as a retailer.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, just
That's-
because I don't think there's something bad about it. I think
Mhm.
it does promote more commercial products
Yeah.
being bought at a store
I mean,
instead
this
of
is
online.
my favorite card from the set.
And the fact that you can sell those boxes on pre-release day helps.
Right, and
Mhm.
because I think did y'all end up selling out of boxes
Oh, yeah.
today? Yeah.
Sold 40 today.
I was thinking, man, I wish I could get another box now. I know.
Yeah.
But
You
we
have
can get
to
one
just
next
stick
week.
with the box you have.
I mean, it wasn't a
I
bad
was about to
box.
say, I came in and I was debating on whether to get a box, and then you're like, oh, we don't have any. Well, never mind. That
We
answer
made
my
the decision
question.
for you.
Answer
Until
my question.
Friday when they release again.
Right.
Mhm.
Well, I think it helps promote the set too, especially.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know if it's because it's Dominaria that it's selling out, or if it's because it's the new way of promoting a box.
Probably both.
It's a little of both.
Yeah,
In my opinion, it's a little of both because, I mean, you get this awesome promo, and this is the only way to get this promo, so that's really good. But it's also Dominaria. You're going back to Magic's homeworld, Magic's origins.
Mm-hmm.
So
I would like to see a comparison between like if they do it again in the next set
right,
and this set to see if there is a difference. Because I mean, if you just go to a random new plane and it's kind of crappy like Kamigawa, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if you'll see the
well,
same. Hey,
What's wrong with Kamigawa?
yeah.
Kamigawa.
Okay. I don't think there's anything wrong.
I
mean,
know
I
you
don't
don't think there's anything wrong with Kamigawa.
You must not have played against a lot of control divining top decks.
No, I would
Well,
prefer
what about
not to.
what about the arcane spirit synergy?
Kokosha,
Like-
Kiki.
No,
come
his
on.
hour and a half turn. That was
That's
Kamigawa
why I hate
block.
Kamigawa.
No,
Yeah.
That's my whole point.
No, the first half was on your
Was
turn.
that was
That doesn't matter.
The first time I quit playing Magic was at Kamigawa block. I couldn't stand it.
Was Glimpse the Unthinkable in Kamigawa, or is that Ravnica?
That's Ravnica.
Okay, for some
Ravnica.
reason I thought it was Kamigawa. I don't know why.
But going back to the Buy the Box promo, it reminds me of the Jace that came in the book.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be
Well,
so
you're about to
rare.
see that again. You're about to see that spell book.
Ooh.
Jason's
Has
spellbook,
just
yeah.
Jace cards.
Oh, when's
and
that
it's
coming
another
out?
allocated product, so that'll be
Are you
like
going to set
40
one
per
aside
store
for
or
us?
whatever. If I need to.
Sweet.
Depends on how well
I'll
this
prepay
podcast
it.
goes.
Guys.
Everybody download it, please.
Download.
all the downloads. We've had a fun time here today at Superheroes, Cards, Comics, and Games.
Speak for yourself.
It's not even over yet.
From here, go online and buy product. Come into the store and buy product. Listen to our podcast because we're promoting this product. Yes, thank you.
Becky, don't run out of breath too much because, hey, Becky, where can they find us?
You can find us on Facebook at the Free Rotation Podcast. You can also find us on Twitter at the Free Rotation. We are also on Twitch and YouTube at the Free Rotation.
And Spotify.
Why do you always interrupt me?
Because it's my thing.
We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, everywhere. Just go listen to us. We also are on We Be Geeks, and we are an affiliate of that podcast network if you want to check us out there. We also have an Instagram at the Free Rotation Podcast. You'll probably check out some Insta stories from there today. So
Hey, Randy, where can they find Heroes?
Heroes is on Facebook at Heroes Cards, Comics, and Games. Also, if
Sorry,
you go
Henry
to
just fell.
heroescardscomicsandgames.com, you will see our website. It's changing over.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Awesome.
See you guys later.
bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
And just remember, Scoob's not here, so the episode's a lot better.
Free Rotation Podcast.
So when she's cleaning cat
Already-
boxes, she's Becky Scooper.
Wow.
And when she
Wow.
uses the restroom, Becky Pooper.
Oh, I get it, because it's poop.
I would also like to formally announce I'm resigning from this podcast as the technical producer and co-host. I hope you guys suck a dick and find somebody else.
There's a kid right there.
Yeah, there's a little
And
kid right there.
It's
They can't
Becky.
hear
And,
me,
and,
it's
it,
okay.
and it's
And
the
it's
store
Randy's.
owner's kid.
Gosh.
They can't hear me. I said it real quiet.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
Becky,
you
you never
didn't.
say anything quietly.
That's
Somebody
true.
from
Never
across
do.
the room looked at you and like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, Moreland saw it all behind his back. He saw it all.
I've got
What
eyes
the
in the
heck
back
did
of my
she
head,
just
okay?
say?
I
don't.
believe it.
That's what they were thinking when everybody heard those words come out of her mouth.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. We try to run a clean podcast here.
No, we do not.
We have
That is a
never
That
lie.
is not
clear
true.
None of that
And when-
fucking cussing shit.
And when Becky rewinds
I've
and
al-
watches, she's Becky Looper.
I've only been on here 10 minutes and I already know we do not keep it clean.
What?
And if she's being
Shush,
nosy, she's Becky Snooper.
Wow.
It
Wow.
only took. How many minutes are we into this podcast?
If,
Look at your hair.
if she's cloning things, she's Becky Duper.
That's my laptop you're using.
Okay.
That's what she said.
Okay, we got.
if she
okay,
was
we're good.
if she was in Star Wars, she'd be a Becky Trooper.
Okay, Morgan, I think that's enough.
This is the outro, isn't it?
And if she
It
were a
must
sous chef, she'd be Becky Super. I reached for it.
Okay. Oh no, she was a detective. She'd be Becky Snooper.
If she was an Irish lad, she'd be. Oh, she wouldn't be anything.
No,
No.
no,
That wouldn't work.
No,
no.
we're done.
That was okay. We're good. I think we're
Okay,
finally
I
good.
think we're good. I think we're
Yeah.
good. I think we're good.
Yeah.
Till we figure out something else.
Right.
And no, if she saw stuff that she wanted to say no to, she'd be Becky Nooper.
Now you're just making words up.
No, when you say nope, nope,
Nope.
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 You mean like nope?
Yes,
Yep.
but you gotta say nope.
Ah, I get it. So we have to say it incorrectly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it.
If she was like a Rocket Man from John Elton's song, she'd be a Becky Rockerman.
Yeah,
That one
George,
did not make sense.
good.
That wasn't
Almost,
Have you-
almost George.
Have
Almost.
you
Almost.
heard
That was like almost.
Yeah, that.
Oh,
how
I
we
got
beat it
one.
now.
I actually got one more.
Oh, God.
If she was any funnier, she'd be a Becky Blooper.
Oh, and if she were a ship, she'd be Becky Slooper. Cause a sloop ship.
Oh, I got it. With
Thank
an
you.
with an EU.
Yes, yes.
Got it. Okay.
Who's
I
wake
miss.
up, wake up.
I'm gonna say this. I miss Scoob.
Dear
You don't mean
God.
that. You don't mean that.